I'm Richard Langsmith, and you are watching the Turning Point video. Much like Yoki Matsuoka, I have had two great passions in my life, art and science. Now, at the age of 53 and after many side paths, I'm returning to the origins of my youth. Thankfully, unlike Buckminster Fuller, it did not require a near-death experience. When I'm done with my master's degree, I will apply for a position at a medical school as an instructional designer, where I will be engrossed on a daily basis in the same material that I need to learn to successfully pass my MCATs, attend medical school, and become a doctor. As part of this new beginning, I have set two simple goals that can be accomplished relatively quickly. First, daily exercise, healthy body, healthy mind. And second, keeping all the clutter off my desk. It is the one place that everything seems to end up. I have found the phrase, hindsight is 20/20, to be very accurate. And oftentimes we are unaware of how an experience or a decision will contribute to fulfilling our life's path. While avoiding the false path is advice that I have given each of my children, sometimes it is those very events that can shape our view of the world. They can provide us with knowledge and experience that will make us better people and maybe even help us identify and accomplish our life's task. From my experience, slightly altering the phrase to don't stay on the false path or even continue moving forward is probably more accurate. Often, what we think may be the false path is exactly where we need to be, at least for a time. Looking back on my life so far, I can identify and appreciate how each of my professions and paths have provided me with a unique set of skills that will come together to make me a better doctor. Because of my art, I will be able to mentally see how all the pieces and parts of the human body fit together. The skills I used as a CEO will help me effectively work with other staff and communicate with patients. And my military career provided me with fortitude, confidence, and leadership skills. Rather unintentionally, I have been following a version of the Matsuoka path, continuing to acquire a variety of skills and knowledge that will hopefully make me a very versatile and unique physician. I can look at my youth and see where science was prevalent in my life. When I go all the way back to my origins, to my childhood, I remember that my passion was art. I drew all the time, was fascinated with different mediums, and planned on majoring in directing at college. Then fate shifted my path. Right after I graduated from high school, I was crossing the street and boom, run over by a car. Shattered arm, broken hip, leg, skull fractures, total amnesia were the words of the day. I was so impressed with the work of the doctors, nurses, and paramedics. I wanted to be a part of that. I was in the hospital for a couple of weeks, and the doctors informed me that a quarter-size section of my brain had been damaged beyond repair. My parents told me later they no longer recognized me, that there had been a complete personality change from the son that they had raised. Art still held a strong appeal for me, but my passion became science and medicine. So while I understand the first strategy of returning to your origins, I think that when there has been such a traumatic or drastic event in someone's life, this particular strategy is probably not the best indicator of a life's task. As I contemplated the different strategies for fulfilling our life's task, they seem to overlap more than stand alone. You may think that you are on a false path and find yourself looking for your grand purpose, remembering what brought you joy in your childhood and youth, returning to your origins. You then have to let go of the past and any guilt associated with the decisions that you have made, ultimately finding your way back and allowing you to occupy the perfect niche, one that no one else is capable of inhabiting because they haven't had your knowledge or your experiences. Thank you for joining me on this journey of self-discovery. Until next week.